All right. So I wanted to do this video today to kind of break down my reasoning for transitioning out of the transportation industry, driving trucks, owning trucks, having my small company, and look into other things. No knock, no shade on the trucking industry. It has been and still is very, very good to me. I just feel like I plateaued in a way. I feel like I just wanted a different trajectory with a career. I made very good money in trucking, too good of money. Blew through too much of it, to be honest with you, in my younger days, having a ball. But you know, uh, trucking was good to me early on. It really was a good thing to be from a little small country area and get into a semi and go out and about, see the world, experience all different levels of life, get into some pretty cool places, park, vacation, meet all kind of people, that type of thing. Made really good money, like I said, at the height of it, running my own outfit. I did about 187 a year. Now, mind you, for a couple of years, that is, that comes with a caveat that you're paying your fuel, your maintenance, insurance, your heavy highway taxes, if the tolls. So it's not what you're exactly walking home with, but you're still walking home with, you know, a really, really good salary when you file your taxes and write things off properly and take the proper channels, to get the maximum out of it. So, you know, been pretty much everywhere, all 48 continental states. Had a lot of fun. Matured. It was kind of like a college thing for me when I first got on the road, and quickly matured. Wish I would have did a little bit more saving, a little bit more investing back in those early 20s of making that money with no responsibilities, no wife, not a bunch of kids at the time, and things of that nature. So um, also trucking is really, really amazing for somebody who's, I would say, it's the young man's game. Trucking is, the transportation industry is really amazing for a young man that doesn't have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things at home holding them back. I would highly suggest it for that type of person. I wanted to get into something different. I wanted to try something different. And I felt like I just had a bigger purpose to go and, attempt something a little bit, more challenging. You know, really, there's only a few things you can do in the transportation industry. You're going to come home every night, or you're going to, be cross country. And some people might get into ownership and get into owning multiple vehicles and, doing the small entrepreneurial type thing in trucking, which it has a great reward for the people that has the thick skin to go through it and do it. It's a lot of money to be made. I've got some close friends of mine that have made some pretty knock your socks off numbers, with a couple of rigs, 600, 700, 800,000 in a year. And it's out there for the person that wants to do it. It's a high financial entry barrier, I would say, to buy vehicles, to buy trailers, to maintain all that insurance and maintenance and fuel costs, and health insurance to your employees. Like it's a pretty big commitment, I would say. So once I got to the ownership part of being in the transportation industry and managing my own rig, own trailer, truck insurance, gas, maintenance, tolls and all that jazz, I just sat back and I took a look at it, and I was like, I don't want to do this times 10 vehicles. It was just not for me. I was like, I had a lot of friends do it. I got to see the ups and downs. I got to see when, everything was sweet for them and when everything wasn't that sweet for them, and, the dark side of running a business and having a lot of, liability and exposing yourself a lot. I got to see that firsthand, and it just was not the thing that I wanted to do. And so I was realistic with myself, and I went back to school. I went back to school, got my first degree just in information technology, just a general degree, associate's degree. And now I'm going back for a bachelor's in cybersecurity. And I'm pretty much sold on I will be returning for my master's. I'm just going to go ahead and just, while the information is fresh on my mind, I'm just going to return and just bear down and do it. I had a talk with the people that's in my corner and my mentor, and the mentor that I do have, that's I'm very close with, that's been pushing me along the way. And we just discussed some things, and I just came up with the idea, like, I'm just going to go ahead and just return while the information's fresh on my mind, and I'm just going to get it done. So, but back to the trucking thing, the trucking industry is amazing, like I said, for somebody who do not have a lot of obligation at home. If you do not have a lot of obligation at home, it is some nice money to be made. I feel like collectively I was probably in the transportation industry for about 18 plus years. I started out young, and I was in it for about 18 plus years. So I just felt like it was time for me to just strike out and just do something different. And I looked around, I looked at the landscape, I looked at today's climate, and I've always been a tech guy. I've always been like into tinkering with things. And so I just kind of expound on that and started back school, went there, got the degree, going back. I'm probably about, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 courses away from finishing the bachelor's. And then, like I said, I'm gonna turn right back around. So uh that's just I don't have like a really drama filled, oh, this one thing happened to me and I'm, F trucking or F the transportation. I don't have that. It was very good to me. You know, I'm gonna keep my CDLs. I'm gonna keep that option. Uh and like I said, I don't have like the drama field or the one thing that happened that ruined it all. I don't have that story. So it's not just this is not like a dramatic story. It's just just a real authentic story of, I just wanted to strike out and do something else and apply myself. I started thinking about my two little girls. I started thinking about my children, and when they get older, and life happens, I don't want to just be over the road and always gone. So I'm like, while they're younger, I think I should go ahead and just bite the bullet and make the transition. So if that sounds like something you guys can relate to, if it sounds like something you guys want to hear more of, I will do more videos. I will post more videos. Do me a favor, just please, drop a comment. If you're in the industry and you're thinking about getting out of it and you're thinking about going to something completely different, because these two industries that I'm going to and fro is completely different, and hit that like button, subscribe, and tune in, because I got some more coming, coming to you guys. I think I'm probably going to do my next video on, I think I'm gonna do my next one probably just on the certs. I've already knocked off a couple of certs, and I got a couple of more certs to go. So I probably will do my next video on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Hey, rock out with your voice. Stay with me. Stay with me.